Hey guys, and welcome back to the Self Care Beyond the Bath series. This is part 4, and today we're going to talk about boundaries. We all want to be liked and accepted by others and loved by others, but sometimes you got to love, like, and accept yourself and make time for what you need in life. Time is a very valuable commodity on this earth, and so is your energy. And those are the two things that a lot of people are trying to get from you. So, today I'm going to teach you how to set boundaries around your time and energy so you can have more freedom to do the things that you want to do in life. I'm going to tell you how to say no to other people's agendas so that you can have good self care. So, we often spend a majority of our time and energy helping other people reach their goals. And some of the ways we do this is through the companies we work for. We go to work and we put in 8-hour days and we're helping the boss and the CEO, reach their goals in business. But what about your goals? We prepare meals, we do laundry, we cut the grass, we keep our houses clean, we do homework with our children. So we give a lot of our time and talents and energy freely, but denying ourselves the very same things in the process. And we end up sacrificing our wants and our desires and our energy and our time, and we lose our vision in the process of the life we are trying to create. So, what about those goals that you created in January of this year? Have you reached them yet? What about your well being? What about your success? It's no one else's responsibility to make your life better. That's your responsibility. And one of the ways that you're going to start doing that is creating boundaries around your time and energy. So if you want to have more freedom, if you want to feel peace, if you want to have more calm in your life, then your reality is going to need to reflect that. So if you want to reach your health goals and accomplish something that you've always wanted to do, then you're going to need to start setting some boundaries around your time and your energy so that you can have time to create the reality that you're trying to create. So I'm going to teach you 4 ways to create boundaries around your time and energy, and it isn't selfish, it's just good self-care. Number 1, say no to other people's agendas. So let's say somebody has invited you to an event, or maybe over to their house to hang out for a while, or maybe someone has asked to come over to your home and see if they can hang out with you for a while, or maybe someone has asked you for help with a project. And what I want you to do is to take a second and go within and ask yourself, is this something that I really want to do? And if the answer is no, I want you to say no to them. Because sometimes when people ask us to do things, we feel obligated to do it, even though we don't want to do it and don't feel like it's right for us on the inside, because we're afraid of offending someone, or we don't want them to think that we're not a good person or a nice person. So I want you to go within and see if it's a match for you vibrationally. We talked about vibrational frequency last week, and I want you to just go within and see if it resonates with what you want to do. And see if it resonates with your heart and your insides. And if it does, then it's a yes answer. But if automatically you are not 100% sure that this is a match for you, then say no always. This is setting a boundary around your time and energy. It's nothing personal to have to do with sometimes it could be personal, but this is nothing personal when it comes to the person that's asking for help or the person that just wants to hang out. It wasn't a vibrational match inside of you. So there's no use in wasting time and energy on things that don't light you up inside, and things that won't bring you joy, and things that you won't enjoy, or things that you just don't have the energy to do. Now, I know what you're thinking, but if I say no, I'll disappoint them and they won't like me. First of all, it is not your responsibility to make them happy in life or to fulfill their desires. That is their personal responsibility, and you don't have to take responsibility for that at all. If saying no to someone makes them mad or upset with you, then they don't understand or respect your boundaries, or you as a person in general. They don't respect your freedom, and they don't respect your freedom to say no, or your freedom to do what you want to do with your own time and energy. And so sometimes people will get angry and they'll try to beg you, or they'll try to go over your excuses that you're giving them. And really, you don't have to give anyone an excuse as to why you don't want to do something, but sometimes we do that. And sometimes they'll come up with solutions so that you can do it. But really, that is still crossing your boundary. You've set a boundary, and if they're trying to make excuses on why you can do something that you've already said you can't do, then your boundaries have already been crossed. And so people who try to convince you to do things even after you've said no are trying to manipulate you and get what they want in life. And some people may call you selfish, but really it isn't selfish when you tell people no. It's just good self-care. It's selfish of them to expect you to say yes to their agenda, and it's selfish of them to not respect your no answer. I also want to talk about you saying yes because you want to feel accepted by a person or a group of people. Sometimes we'll say yes because we want the person to like us, or we want to be accepted into a group or a tribe. So often, if you look beneath the surface of somebody that's given away their time and energy, even though deep down inside they don't want to, then that's a sign of insecurity and a sign that you think you're not enough, or you're not doing enough, or that you feel like you need to give to others in order to feel accepted and liked by them. But you should value yourself more. You should value yourself and your time and your energy. And people should like you and want you to be a part of their lives because they enjoy being around you, not because you do things for them. And not because you have access to certain facilities, or you have certain luxuries that they want in life, or you give them a sense of importance. It should all be about because they genuinely like you as a person and they like being around you. And it's fine for people not to like you. You know, it's fine for you not to like certain people. It's nothing personal. It's just that they're not a vibrational match for who you are and for what you need in life. And remember last week when we talked about vibrational frequency, different people are putting out different vibrational frequencies, and we can feel it and they can feel ours. And if you're not a match, just let it be. Sometimes we just don't mesh with people, and it's fine. It's nothing personal, and we don't have to be enemies. We could still be cordial and we can be accepting of each other, but we just don't have to hang out, and it's fine. And that's how it should be for everyone. So remember that you attract the frequency that you put out. Number 2, don't feel obligated. We don't do obligation anymore because obligations are not genuine and authentic interactions. So if you feel obligated to do something for someone, then you're being fake, okay? You're not honoring yourself and by saying yes to them, and you're not honoring them by pretending like you don't feel the way you feel. So let's talk about secret resentment. When you tell somebody yes, and you know you don't have time for it, or you know you don't feel good, or you don't have the energy for it, you start resenting that person secretly. I mean, you would never tell them, right? So you resent them because you secretly wanted to say no, but you didn't. So now you have this resentment going on, and you have to do the thing that you promised you would do because it's the right thing. Well, is it really the right thing? It sounds like you're pretending, and it sounds like you're grinning and bearing it, and that's not the right decision for you or them. So we want to make authentic and genuine decisions, and sometimes that requires going within. And if it's a no, you got to be brave and say no. And if it's a yes, then say heck yes. Some people may feel that setting boundaries is uncompassionate, but really it's just good self-care. Because when you're maintaining healthy boundaries around your time and energy, it kills that secret resentment on your end. And that nurtures compassion for other people. Because when the time comes that you want to invite someone to your house, or you ask someone for help, or when the time comes where you want to hang out with somebody and maybe they don't have time, or maybe they're feeling tired, or maybe they have something else on their agenda that they have to do or would rather do, then you can start having compassion for them when they tell you no, because you understand that sometimes people are tired. Sometimes other people have an agenda, and they're under no obligation to make sure that they accommodate your wishes and your agenda because they're creating their own life and they're trying to create their own reality. And sometimes you may not fit into that. I'm not saying fit into their life, but I'm saying for that particular day, for that particular time, or maybe you're just not a vibrational match for that person at the moment. So you want to make sure that you're saying yes to places and people and things that are in alignment with what you feel and how you feel inside. Now, this does require that you go in for a couple of seconds and, kind of checking in to see what your authentic self is saying. And if you have to tell somebody, hey, I'll get back to you, or I don't know, let me get back to you in a few minutes or tomorrow, then you do that. You have permission to give yourself time to give people answers. That's called setting boundaries around your time and energy. But when I don't honor what my inner self is telling me, my authentic self, and I go to the place that I didn't want to go to, and I do the thing that I didn't want to do, and I hung out with the people that I didn't want to hang out with, I always end up feeling disconnected because I don't resonate with the people or the situation. And the reason that is of course, it wasn't a vibrational match, but it's also that I made a decision based on fear instead of what my inner self was telling me. And when I say fear, I mean like fear of what people may think if I say no, or fear if I don't go, what people will say about me, or anything like that. So that's called making decisions based on fear, instead of making a decision based on who you are as a person in this moment and where you're vibrating at in this moment. Okay, number 3, block out time on your schedule for you. So you put important dates and appointments and birthdays and everything else on your calendar. Why aren't you blocking off time for yourself and what you want to do? Because if you don't schedule what you want to do and what you want to accomplish in life, you're going to end up doing what everyone else wants you to do, and you're not going to be able to control your time and do the things that you actually want to do with your time and your energy. And so one of the ways you do that is you make plans, and you make plans for the weekend, or you make plans for after work, or you make plans for before work, to work on all the things you want to work on, or to have free time to do nothing, or you make plans to do stuff with your family. Because I'm telling you, if you don't make plans, somebody's going to come along and they're going to push their agenda and their plans on you. It happens all the time. And so you want to make sure that you have time carved out in your schedule for you. And when time rolls around, that time comes up, you honor that time and you be grateful for that time and relish in that time, because that time is for you. So what do you do with your time before work? That's not your boss's time. That's not time to check your email for work. That's not time to answer questions from coworkers. That's not time to be stressing over the things that you have to do before you get to the office. That is your time. What are you going to do with that time? Are you going to squander it away sleeping? Are you going to get up early? And are you going to have time for yourself to do whatever it is you want to do in your life? I don't care if it's watching your favorite show, if it's working out, if it's working on your hustle that you're trying to, a business you're trying to start so that you can leave your full-time job, anything like that. That's your time. And I want you to schedule stuff for you. Don't squander it away looking through Facebook or anything like that. You make time to do what you want to do in life, because sometimes the time before work is the only free time that people have in life. What are you doing on your lunch break? Are you running to go grab some fast food and wasting time and precious energy when you could just bring your lunch and you can have a free moment to rest and relax your mind so that when you do have to go back to work, you can be your best self? Carve out time in your schedule to do that. Maybe you can take, a few lunches by yourself so that you don't have to waste your energy and your time talking to people and talking about stuff that don't even matter, And I understand some people get their energy from talking to people and socializing and being around people a lot, but there's also people that get energy from withdrawing from people and being by themselves, and that's how they get energy. Do you have fitness goals or health goals? Where have you set time aside in your schedule for that? Where are you blocking it out where, this is your 20 minutes or this is your 30-minute time where you're going to, focus on yourself and your health and caring for your body? Where's that time at? What do you need to let go of in order to fit that into your schedule so that you can reach your health goals? Do you have a dream? Where's the block of time that you've set aside for working on that dream every day? And who or what do you have to say no to in order to get time and give attention to that dream? Where's your free time at? When do you watch movies in bed or go for a walk or go shopping or read a book or do whatever you want to do? What do you have to give up? Or who do you need to say no to in order to get more of that? Do you need some space just to be alone and process and kind of find yourself again? Block out time for that. There's time in the day for that. You can say no to anybody so that you can have time to heal and process whatever it is you're going through. You've got to set time around your time and energy if you're going to reach your goals and, start that dream you wanted to start and create the reality that you want to create. Number 4, think of all the things that you're saying yes to. So when you tell people no, one of the best ways to not feel guilty about saying no is to think about all the things that you're saying yes to. So maybe you're saying yes to spending more quality time with your family or your friends instead of doing what you don't want to do. You're saying yes to maintaining your sanity and doing things that actually matter to you and not things that people say that you should be concerned with. You're saying yes to living a more relaxed, even-paced life that is centered around things that have real meaning to you and not meaning for someone else. You're saying yes to having a reasonable workload instead of burying yourself in hours of extra work because you couldn't turn somebody down. You're saying yes to your goals and your health. You're saying yes to your dreams and the life you want to create. And you're saying yes to what feels in alignment with how you really feel inside. You're being honest. You're not being fake anymore. You're saying yes to being more honest. You're saying yes to being more authentic, a more authentic human being, because that's the goal, really. We don't want to go around wearing masks and being fake, and we want people to be able to see our true selves. And you're saying yes to be able to show up as your best self next time. Because when you say no to other people, you have, more time to yourself. You have more energy. You end up having more freedom. And so you're able to feel happier. And you're saying yes to self-care. And that's the biggest thing. You're caring for yourself. And, you should do things because you want to, not because you've been guilted into doing them anyway. You're still a good person if you don't do what people want you to do with your time and energy. You're caring for you and for the people that you want to care for. And that's a genuine action, and that's not self-sacrifice. That's called authentic love. And that's self-care beyond the bath at the highest level. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's boundary session. Join me next week for the last installment of the Self-Care Beyond the Bath series. We're going to be talking about, is self-care selfishness or is it just good self-care? We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, guys.